How you guys doing? So, week 3, we're going to touch on 3 different things. And in this first video, I want to talk about sickness versus wellness. And we've touched on this a little bit here when we talk about fullness and we talk about areas of our lives that are lacking, and when there's lacking here, then there's lacking somewhere else. But if it's great over here, then it's over here somewhere else. And so what I want to talk to you today about and really talk about in this week ahead is legitimate sickness. And this food part is really, really hard for some of you guys. For some of you, it's super easy and it's not even a challenge, but it is. And so for some of you guys, you're hitting the Whole30 hard and you're really going after this. But what I want to make a point of is that this just isn't for 30 days. This is not just something to say, hey, for 90 days we're going to try and eat healthy, and then once this 90 days is up, then, well, we go back to the other stuff with a little bit more discipline. But really, really, really thinking about, okay, what is my food doing to me? What does processed foods do to the inside of my body? What happens if I'm a big old toxic mess? What's going on? What does it look like if I'm super toxic with all of my food, and then I'm really toxic with all of my emotions, and then I have cancer, or I have some sort of autoimmune disorder, or I've got some weird skin condition? And most of those things can be traced back to food and to the way that we're actually living our lives, not just all of a sudden, hey, I have a disease. But what have I done to my body that I'm not well and I am actually sick? And we can say, yes, I want to feel great. And as we talked about last week, the idea of making sure that we're handling all 3 parts, the body, the soul, and the mind. And so when I'm looking at my food, I'm looking at this as a disease prevention, best form of medicine type thing. And so I don't want to get too far into this because, again, this is not my expertise. I know Megan has loads and loads and loads and loads and loads of information that goes far beyond all of my stuff. But I just want to challenge you to, we're not just talking about healthy food. We're not just talking about detoxing. We're not just talking about exercising so that you feel better and so that your life is more well-rounded, but we're actually talking about it from a standpoint of sickness versus wellness, and that being really, really, really important. And so I want to give you a little bit of a challenge. Step out and start reading up on some things. Why are certain foods taken off of the Whole30? Why are we recommended not to eat certain things? And begin to really take hold of this for yourself, rather than it being, and for a lot of you guys, I know you've said, hey, this isn't about weight loss. And I said it from the beginning, this isn't about weight loss. But then some people say, well, at the beginning I got in this for some weight loss, which is totally okay. But we're not talking about it from that standpoint. We're talking about this on a scale of sickness and wellness. And where am I on this scale? What am I doing for my body? What am I not doing for my body? What are the foods that I'm putting in my body? Not because I want the number on the scale to go down, but because I want to be well. I want to not be sick all the time. You know, I keep hearing, oh, so-and-so's got the flu and the cold and the barfing and the everythings. And then there's that piece where some of us know that, hey, when I eat like crap, my body is actually combating itself, trying to fight off the food that I'm putting in it. And then it got a bug, and now it can't really fight off the bug because the immune system is so low. It's not functioning at a high level. So what can we be doing to get our bodies functioning at a higher level where we're able to fight off the bug and we don't get sick for 14 days and all of that sort of stuff. So I just want to challenge you on this grid of sickness and wellness to start reading and to start understanding. And you don't need to go out and read everything under the sun, but just beginning here and there. Realize things that are really good. Megan's posting some amazing things about just little things that you can do to improve your sleep and your health and all of that kind of stuff. And so I just think about that this week. What sickness versus wellness, and heart sickness versus heart wellness, and body sickness and body wellness, and soul, spirit, mind, all of those things. So wellness, we want it all. But again, we've got to know why, and we've got to get a better understanding of this, and even get a little bit of, maybe a little righteous indignation that like, wait, why didn't I know this? Why didn't I know that this was making me sick, or this was keeping me from being able to have babies, and this was keeping me from being able to run because my knees hurt so bad. I mean, all this stuff. So I know we've gotten so much and we're doing so much, but I want to challenge you in this area as well. And so, like I said, don't bite off all of it, but just beginning to say, okay, so I know I shouldn't have this, but why shouldn't I? And really pondering this idea of sickness and wellness. All right? Love you guys. You're amazing. You're inspiring. You're wonderful. Keep it going.